the most liberating feeling in the world is when you don't need anyone or anything to make you feel whole. You don't need validation from your friends or your family to make you feel like you're on the right track, because you know deep down you're already on the right track in life. You don't need those likes and comments online from your pictures that you post or your videos that you post online of your trip to Barbados. You don't need to buy more clothes to make you feel cool or amazing on the inside. You don't need a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a life partner in whatever stage you're at your life to make you feel wholesome. You don't need to be at a specific place at a specific time in your life in order to feel wholesome. You don't need anything. The only thing you need is yourself. The only thing you need is to be in the present moment and just be happy for what you already have. And that you don't need recognition. You don't need to be recognized for your hard work. You don't need to be recognized for just being a human being, for just being on this planet. Because you already recognize yourself. You already see the worth. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you see your worth. You see your value. You see that, you know what, I am good enough. You see all those things. That's when you have that's when you're on a whole other level of like confidence and mental strength in general, because you're not letting the external world dictate how you feel, how you think, how you act. None of that stuff. When I realized that I didn't need something tangible or something intangible to make me feel whole, wholesome or anything like that, but instead I realized that whatever I give out to the world, that feels a lot better than taking from the world. Because all we do as a human species is we just take. All of us want to be heard. All of us want to be seen. It's a natural tendency to do that. It's a natural thing. Since the moment we were children, we always wanted to be seen. We always wanted attention. We always wanted our teachers or our parents or whatever to compliment us on something that we drew, to make us feel that someone is listening to us. But then when we get older, some of us seek that more. Some of us seek that all the time. We constantly seek validation from our parents, that when we get this job, or when we graduate from university, we got that job that our parents always wanted us to have, like a lawyer, doctor, engineer, or something like that, then we feel really good about ourselves. You know, because of social media, we want to dress a certain way in order to feel part of a group, in order to feel part of like a community, in order to get validation, in order to get, that we are part of something, that we're seen, that we're valued. But then sometimes we forget that we don't need anything to make us feel valued, that we don't need anything to be who we are. What's the point of trying to be like everyone else when there's only one version of you? What is the point of constantly trying to seek out stuff from the outside world? Because when you keep seeking stuff from the outside world, eventually you may become addicted. You may become addicted to constantly seeking things. You buy one set of clothes, you buy one set of video games, you want more and more and more. You buy one car, you may have had your first taste of being in a relationship with somebody and you love the feeling of being in a relationship and all that. You may want more and more and more. You post one picture and you get like 25 or 30 to 50 likes. Now you're gonna start posting more pictures because you just want more and more and more. It never ends. It becomes addictive. You get trapped in this fabricated world of constantly seeking things that makes you eventually just feel devalued, because that one moment that you don't get the attention, or the moment that you don't get that validation from others, your heart's broken, you're destroyed. You start thinking, why didn't I get that? Why didn't that person notice me? Why didn't I get that like from that specific person? You know, it's crazy. It's crazy how the world is now. Like, everybody just wants to be seen when it's unnecessary. You don't need to always be seen. You don't need to be validated all the time. It's too much. It's way too much. You become desensitized. You know, it's like drugs. The more you take it, the higher your tolerance is, and then you seek more and more and more. And then when you get withdrawal symptoms, and then you feel even more anxiety and depression deep down. It gets worse. Just like any other addiction. But I'm telling you guys that I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, I hope you can kind of relate to this, because this can really destroy us. Constantly, you know, seeking stimulus from the outside world to make us feel a certain way. That if we don't get a certain compliment from a certain person, we won't progress in life. If you don't get that, if we don't get the people in our friend circle or our family circle to accept what we're doing, then we don't do what we're passionate about. Then we don't move forward. But I think that's the wrong thing to do, because you never know, your time might run out. And I'm telling you, man, when you look at yourself in the mirror, just tell yourself that you are enough. You really are enough. And I think a lot of people just lack confidence in themselves. They doubt themselves a lot. I doubt myself a lot too. I doubt myself a lot. I've had times where, I just didn't feel confident in myself. But I began to realize that I don't give a shit what other people think. I don't care about other people's opinions of me. I don't care about being a part of what everyone else is doing. I don't seek attention anymore. I don't seek it anymore. Because I feel that's just so weak of a mental state to have. You're giving away your power to others. But the true power is within you. The true potential is within you. So the next time you look at yourself in the mirror, tell yourself, man, that you know what? I don't need people to make me feel a certain way. I don't need, just because I feel sad right now, just because I feel depressed right now, just because I feel empty right now, I don't need a partner in my life to make me feel wholesome. That's not how it works. I don't need, tell yourself in the mirror, I don't need to buy that second car. I already have a perfectly working car. I don't need to buy brand name clothing when there's perfectly good quality clothing out there that looks good, that's like half the price. You don't need 3 types of kettles to boil your water. You don't need all this stuff, man. You don't need to post everything online. Because a lot of time, majority of the time, people don't give a shit. People just look at your photo, maybe out of habit, they like it, and then they move on, and then they forget you. They forget the picture that you posted. And that's for a majority of people, because a lot of people just have this reflexive habit of going online and just like liking, swiping, commenting, maybe commenting, liking, and then moving on with the rest of their day. No one in this world is constantly thinking about you 24/7. No one. Everyone has their own problems, but everyone just like feels like they're on a pedestal nowadays, that they think that they're better than everybody else because they got 1,000 likes, or they have like 100,000 followers on TikTok. So they think that they're somebody, but they're really not somebody. They're just like everyone else. It's just that the algorithm of whatever social media tool that you're using is making you feel that you are something, that you are more, than meets the eye. But guess what? The only opinion that matters is what you think of yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror. Are you a disciplined person? Are you consistent? Are you honest with yourself? Are you brutally honest with yourself? Are you a hard worker? Do you push through the pain of life? Are you a selfless person? Do you give back to society? Do you give back to the community? Do you lift others, or do you put them down? These are the types of attributes and qualities that are the most important in an individual, which is yourself. You need to ask yourself these questions. Are you these things? We all of us need to give more rather than take more. All of us. Every human being has a very greedy mentality. We're all in it for ourselves. But if we're able to step back a little bit and realize that it's actually technically more beneficial mentally for our heart and mind and soul to give back rather than taking, then we'll start to change as a society. Then we'll start realizing that, you know what, I don't need those likes on Facebook. They don't mean anything on social media. They don't mean anything to me. I don't need so many tangible things in my life to make me feel wholesome. It's honestly a process, man. This is like, it takes a lot of time to reflect and realize these things. And maybe what I'm saying will not make sense to you. That's fine. But I hope that some of you can relate to what I'm saying, because I'm speaking from the heart right now. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. I'm not trying to beat around the bush with anything that I'm trying to say to you. I'm just being real right now with what I'm saying. When I was younger, when I was like in my teens, I always seeked attention. I always, wanted to be the center of attention in a social setting. I always wanted to get the most likes on my photos. I always wanted to present myself online a certain way so I could get girls could find me more attractive. I would always buy so many things. The moment I break up with somebody, I would try to find the next person to date, because I felt like it was just weird to not have, to be alone, to be single. I thought that was just a very weird thing to do. But a lot of these things, they just don't. It doesn't matter anymore when you get older. Because as you get older, you just realize that, man, everyone's just on their own journey of life. Everyone's just like going through a lot of problems in their life. Everyone has challenges that they're dealing with. And also I realized something too, that when you give less of a shit about what people think of you, when you seek less from the world, more comes to you. I'm being really honest with you. More, like, I don't know what happens, but like, the less you seek it, the more just naturally just comes to you. The blessings just start coming to you. When you give back to the world, when you give to charity, when you help an old person, when you just do things without expecting anything in return, so many good blessings start happening to you in your life. There is no better feeling of joy and happiness when you genuinely help someone without expecting anything in return. There's no better feeling than that, man. So please, guys, reflect. Look at yourself in the mirror, man. Ask yourself these questions. You don't need anything from the world to make you feel complete. You do not. You really don't. You complete yourself. you fit your own puzzle pieces. Don't let other people fit your own puzzle pieces for you.